Valentin Radu. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a few insights about how to maximize the sales in this holiday season and beyond. So, one thing to keep in mind is that not all the customers are created equally. One single ICP, ideal customer profile, generates margin as much as 376 low-value customers. So it's not fair nor smart to treat everyone the same and to focus on the wrong customers, right? Because now the customer acquisitions cost is so high that you can't afford that. So in order to mitigate this risk, the RFM analysis is what you should be focusing on. RFM stands for recency, frequency, and monetary value. So after 30% of the revenue is being generated by the returning customers, you have to do RFM segmentation. But what RFM customer segmentation actually is? So recency, frequency, and monetary value. Each of the customers are getting a score based on how recently they've bought, how frequently they've bought, and what is their customer lifetime value or monetary value, right? So let's focus here for a second. We have here the new passions, right? So new passions are the ones which are having the highest revenue, the lowest frequency, so they've purchased only once, and they have the highest recency, right? After 30 days, out of these 100 customers, 5 of them will be lovers because they placed 2 more orders. 20 of them will become potential lovers because they placed only 1 more order, and 75 out of those 100 will still be new passions as they haven't placed any order. After 90 days, there will be all sorts of transitions, right? So if 5 of the lovers will place 2 more orders, they will become what we call the soulmates because they have the highest recency, the highest frequency, and the highest monetary value. 15 of them will become lovers as they placed their second order. 10 of them will still be potential lovers, but 70 of them will become not to lose customers, right? Because these are customers that are being threatened to vanish, right? Not to come back and buy again. So after 180 days, these transitions that are happening will make the 100 new passions be transformed into 6 soulmates as they placed 1 more order, 16 lovers as they placed 1 more order, 13 what we call the ex-lovers, which are customers that haven't bought again, and 65 of them will be Don Juans, right? So that's the reality which is happening right now for any e-commerce business. So in order to understand that and in order to do something about it, you need to understand which are the soulmates, right? So these customers have the highest recency, highest frequency, and highest monetary value. In this case, the share of customers is 3%, but the share of revenue is 12%, right? As you can see over here in this graph from Omniconvert, we have different groups of customers. Like we have the soulmates, and we have their share of revenue, share of margin, and share of customers, and then we have lovers, new passions, and so on. So the soulmates, while in the total lifetime of a shop, they could have been generated something like 10% of the revenue. If you look at the last month, maybe 20% of the customers are soulmates and 19% of the revenue is being generated by them. So you have different goals for different customers according to how they relate to your shop. So the main goal for the soulmates would be to acquire more like them, while the next steps would be to research the ideal customer profile and understand who they are, what's their demographic, what's the job to be done, why they are buying the products, and what kind of products they are buying. While after that, you need to build lookalike audiences based on them because you want to acquire more like them. And thanks to the cookie deprecation, you need to help the algorithm from Facebook to acquire more customers like the best ones. And then you need to prepare special campaigns exactly for them. So because they have the highest propensity to buy and they also have the highest purchase power from the entire database of your customers. Next type of customers, the new passions. Let's say 18% of the customers that generated 24% of the revenue last month. The main goal would be to incentivize them to place their second order. right? Because you don't want to miss this opportunity. They have the highest recency, the lowest frequency, and the highest monetary value. So the next steps would be to think of ways to surprise and delight them early on, run cohort A/B testing to identify how to onboard the next ones better, and then run tailor-made campaigns exactly for them, because you know that their purchase power is different than the other ones. Then you should be giving them extra incentives and to test out what works for them to get from one order to the second order. Another type of customers, the ex-lovers, right? They used to be soulmates. They have the highest frequency, the highest monetary value, but the lowest recency. So for them, the main goal would be to re-engage them, to find out what stopped them from buying, to treat the objections for the next ones, and to do tailor-made campaigns. So one very cool campaign that you can do in this holiday season for the ex-lovers, because you have a lot of them, right? You need to give them, hey, we have a gift for you in exchange for your opinion, right? So, or give us your advice, or what happened between us. So this type of email lines and this type of ad campaigns that you can do remarketing with are the ones that will trigger their attention, because the ask is quite low. You don't ask them to buy. But at the end of the survey, once you capture this kind of data, you can give them like a voucher or like a gift. And in this way, you disguise the fact that you want to re-engage them with the fact that they've given you the information. By the way, that information is crucial to change your strategy in the future. And last but not least are the Don Juans. These customers bought a long time ago, only once, but they have a big monetary value, right? So for them, the idea is to re-engage them, to find out what stopped them from buying, to treat their objections, and to do tailor-made campaigns, because they have a high purchase power. If you want to find out more about these kind of things, I recommend you the Cvo Academy. It's a place where you will find a lot of advanced methods to improve your e-commerce and to level up the game of your e-commerce, because at this moment there are so many ideas, but what you need to do is to look at the principles, right? The basics, the fundamentals of how an e-commerce grows. So customer value optimization covers acquisition, conversion, and retention, and you have this link over here for a free course. That's it from my end. Thanks a lot for looking at this video, and may you enjoy the holidays. Ta-da!